In this video, we will see a generic logic of counting the frequency of a substring in a given string. And the same logic we can implement for counting the frequency of a sub-array in a given array. In the second question, which you can see on the screen, the sub-array contains these three elements. And here, if you see the frequency of this subarray within this, so that is first time here, second time here, and the third time here. So the same logic which we will be using in order to find out the frequency of a substring in a given string, we will apply the same logic here. So first of all, we will see this, the first one. So for that, we need to take one str, and here we need to take this substring, and for that we will be making a function, and that function is countf, which receives two parameters. One is the original string and another is the substring. So first of all, see how this logic works. So children, first of all, consider this string, which is ABC, D, ABC, and ADE, and the substring is ABC. So children, first of all, what we have to do, we can see the index numbers are like this: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And here it is 0, 1, 2. In this algorithm, each and every alphabet of the main string will get compared with the very first alphabet of the substring. And if there is a match, then a loop will be started for the remaining part of the substring, and then we will match the elements like this. Suppose A got matched with this A, then this B will get compared with this B, and then this C will get compared with this C. And if all these pairs match, immediately we will count that one time we have got the substring. So first possibility we got here, and second possibility we will get here when this alphabet will get matched with this one. In a similar way, and here also you can see there is a perfect match. In a similar way, we got another possibility here, but this time the remaining part will not match with this. Okay, so we are going to just implement this code. So first of all, we have taken a variable C, which is for counting. Now the question is, if this is the loop for the main string, which is I, so how long this loop will go? So this loop will go up to str.length minus sub.length and I++. It is minus sub.length. And here I'm just going to remove this part, and here this is ABC, so that the code is visible. Okay. Here you can see the length of the main string is 10 and not 10. Yes, it is 10. There is no space in between. And the length of the substring is 3. So the loop will go up to 7. Suppose here we have, if we have one additional A here, suppose we have one additional A. I'm just giving you one more example, small example here. Suppose here the main string is ABC AD and here only ABC. Here the length is 5, here the length is 3. So the loop here will go up to this C, which is index number 3. Here the length is 5, 0, 1, 2. Sorry, 0, 1, 2. Here the index, this length is, the original string's length is 5 and the length of the substring is 3. So the loop will go up to index number 2. Reason because if the loop is suppose going up to here, and if this first alphabet matches with this A, but we need two more alphabets here so that we can match the rest of the alphabets. But since only one alphabet is there, no need to execute the loop and search in the remaining part. So better if we keep the loop from 0 to less than or equals to str.length minus sub.length. One more thing is needed. We need a status variable, which is a flag variable here. So first of all, we have to check if there is a possibility. So if str.caret of I matches with sub.caret of 0. So if str.caret of I matches with sub.caret of 0, if any alphabet of the string matches with the very first alphabet of the substring, there is a possibility. So immediately make this flag variable 0 and match the rest of the alphabets. So for that we need to execute a loop that will go from 1 and it will go till sub.length j++. And now after that what to do? If str.caret of I plus j is not matching with sub.caret of j, then immediately we will be making F1 and break will happen. And when this loop terminates, after this process we need to check if F is 0, then immediately C is equals to C plus 1. What we are doing, we are counting the part. And after this, we need to return the value of C. Children, this is the logic. So let us see how this logic works. Initially, we have taken this string ABC, AD, and the substring is ABC. str.caret of I here. If str.caret of I, so initially I is 0. So we got this very first alphabet. And this sub.caret of 0, we got this alphabet, the first alphabet from the substring. And these two will match, yes, F will become 0. And a loop we have started from 1 to less than sub.length for the remaining part. And with the help of this, we are getting, initially we are getting B. And after that, in the next step, we are getting C. I hope you know this. You all know this. But what is the role of this I plus j? So here when this loop is executing, the value of I will be stationary and at this point the value of I is 0. So now when the value of j is 1, it is 0 plus 1, which is 1. So str dot caret of 1 means we are getting this b, and at this moment this b will get matched with this b. So since there is a perfect match, so this block will not get executed. After that j will become 2 and I plus 2 will become 2, and this time we are getting c, and with the help of sub dot caret of we are getting this c. So again there is a perfect match and this block will not get executed. So after that j becomes 3 and this loop will get terminated. So what will happen? Here we came out of this for block checking this condition, that is if f is 0, yes, it is 0 only, and since it is 0, it means that we got this substring, which is this one. So once we have counted, if we see a different example with the same substring C, what happens? Children, in this case, if the substring is ABC, the loop will go up to this part and not beyond this point. So here what is happening? This is index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this is 10, and this is 11. The length is 12, and 12 minus 3, which is 9. So the loop will go up to 9. So I'm just asking, telling you about this is 12 and 12 minus 3, which is 9. So the loop will go up to 0 to 9. Okay. And with here each and every alphabet of the main string has got, we have extracted. So initially we got this A, and this A will get matched with this A. And when this A got matched, the value of I was 0. And here with the help of this loop, we started a loop that will go for B and C. So initially when J is 1, we got this B here. The, the value of I was 0 and 0 plus 1, which is index number 1. So from the main string we got this. So B will get matched with this B, so F will not change. Then J becomes 2. Here we are getting C, and here we are getting 0 plus 2, which is this alphabet, which is C. So again there is a match. F will not become 0, break will not happen, but the loop will terminate. F is 0. We counted that the frequency we have got one time, we have got ABC in the main string. Okay. After that what happens? I becomes 1 and this alphabet will get matched with this A. Nothing will happen, nothing will happen, and again there is a possibility created when I was 3. So this alphabet will get matched with this A. So again F became 0 and the loop is started for the rest of the part. Again here what will happen? Here we will get B, and here at this moment I was 3 and 3 plus 1, since J is 1. So 3 plus 1, which is 4. We got this alphabet and this will get matched with this B. There is a match. C becomes 2. We got this one, and 3 plus 2, which is 5. We got this one. So this C also will get a match with this one, and F will remain 0. There will be no change. This J loop terminate. F is still 0. We counted C. Now here plus 1. So at present we have got uh, the value of this counter as 2. So twice we have got the substring. Okay. After that, this I will get increment. It becomes 4, but there is no match. It becomes 5. There is no match. It becomes 6. There is no match. Then I becomes a 7. Yes, there is a match. Again the same process will get repeated, and this B will get matched with this C, B, and this C will get matched with this C. F will not change and F is still 0. Out of this loop body J, again there is a counter which will get incremented. The value becomes 3, and after that there is a no match for this B with this A, this C with this A, and after, when the value of I becomes 10, the outer loop will get terminated, and finally we got the frequency of the substring, which is 3. So this is how this code is working. Okay, so let us call this function. So here enter the main string, which is str, and new scanner system.in. next line, and here enter the substring, which is sub new scanner system.in. next line, then create the object of the class frequency sub, uh, and here obj new frequency sub. Simply what we need to do, we need to call this function, and that is obj dot countf, passing str comma passing this. If count is 0, substring not found, else the frequency is count. So here just let us see that how it works. So first of all, input the substring, which is suppose ABC, ABC, D, E, ABC, ADE, and here it is ABC. You can see that the frequency of the substring is 3. Children, it's working. And now we will see the second question, which is the frequency of a sub array in a given array. And this time we are going to use the same logic. So children, if the logic which we have used in order to find out the frequency of the substring, if the same logic we can implement with arrays, then the same logic will be called as the generic code. So let us see what are the changes which are needed. So first of all, here we need to have two arrays. One is the main array and another is the sub array. And one thing we need is the size of the first array and the size of the second array. So enter size of original array, and here we need to write next int, and here it is size. So str is new int, that is size, and after this we need to enter array elements. So here we need to start a loop that will go from 0 to size, and str of I is new scanner system.in.next int. So here we entered this array, and after that we need to print original array is, and that is system.out.println, that is arrays dot toString within bracket str. And now we need to input the size of the second array. So here the message is for the second array, so enter second array or enter a size of the sub array, and that is size 1 new scanner system.in.next int, and here sub is new int size 1, enter sub array elements, and that is from 0 to less than size 1 I plus plus, and sub of I will be new scanner system.in next int. Children, better if we print the original array after we have entered the subarray, so that both the arrays we get on at the same place. The sub array is, and that is arrays dot toString sub. And now we need to call the function. So we have called the function, and here we can display that uh, sub array not found, and here we can display that the frequency is count. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to do some changes, because this is not string, this is integer, and this is a string array, sorry, integer array, and here this is again one array which is the sub array. So what to do here, we need to just change the syntax. So in arrays, as we know, there is no, it is not the function, it is only the attribute. Okay, and in arrays there is no caret function, so better we write this I, yes, and here what we need to write is this sub of 0, so this part, and here again if you remove this sub dot length we have to write, and here what to do is square bracket will come into play, and this caret will not be there. So this is how we can access the elements, and here this is what square bracket again, and this bracket. So children, we have done this. So the same code is there. What we have done, we have just changed the syntax for the array, and since arrays are also have index numbers as strings do, strings have, so the same in the same manner. So suppose the size of the array is 10, and here the elements are 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3. This is what the original array, and if the size of the sub array is 3, and if the elements are 1 2 3, you can see here that the frequency of the sub array is also 3. You just see this part, the first time it has come, the second time it has come, and the third time. So now you can see the frequency of this sub array is 3. Children, I would like to explain you people one more time. So let us see. I just want to explain the logic only. So suppose these are the elements, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And the index numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And here the elements of the sub array are these 0, 1, and 2. These are the index numbers. So children, if you see this logic, what we are doing actually, we are just starting, we have started a loop from 0 for the original array, and each and every element of the original array will match with the very first element. And if there is any match, there is a possibility. So here we got the possibility. So this flag variable will become 0 and a loop will be started for the remaining elements of the subarray. So sub 1 means this 2 and sub 2 means this 3. So when the value of j is 1, at this moment the value of I was 0 and 0 plus 1, which is this one, and this element 2 will get matched with this 2, so there is no change in the status variable f. J will become 3, j becomes 2 and the element is 3, and now 0 plus 2 means this element, and this will get compared with this 3. So after that this j will get terminated and the value of f will not change, the status of this f will not change. And now what we will do, we will count one time, because one time we have got that subarray within the original. And after that, another possibility we got here, the same process will get repeated and these two elements also will get matched with these two, resulting into another count here. And now the count becomes 2. And when the control crosses this index number 5, when it reaches at 6, the loop terminates because the condition becomes false. Here it is 7 minus 3, which is 8 minus 3, which is 5. So the loop will go up to index number 5, and when it becomes 6, the loop terminates. So children, I hope you have understood this concept, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.